Section 22. As for Ichantikas, Mahamate, if not Ichantikas, who in this world would liberate them? There are two kinds of Ichantikas, Mahamate, those who forsake good roots and those whose vows regarding others are without limits. Mahamate, what is meant by forsaking good roots? This refers to slandering the Bodhisattva canon and falsely claiming it is not in accord with the teachings of liberation in the sutras or in the Vinaya. Because they forsake their good roots, they don't enter nirvana. Next are bodhisattvas whose practice includes the vow not to enter nirvana until all beings enter nirvana. However, Mahamate, what they mean by entering nirvana is characterized by not entering nirvana. Thus, they too follow the Ichantika path. Mahamate asked, Bhagavan, then which of these never enters nirvana? The Buddha replied, Mahamate, Bodhisattva Ichantikas. They know that everything is already in nirvana. Thus, they never enter nirvana. This is not true of those Ichantikas who forsake their good roots. Mahamate, even though they forsake their good roots, through the power of the Tathagatas, at some point their good roots reappear. And how so? Because Tathagatas do not forsake any being. This is why Bodhisattva Ichantikas do not enter nirvana. Section 23. Moreover, Mahamate, Bodhisattvas should be well acquainted with the three modes of reality. And what are the three modes of reality? Imagined reality, dependent reality, and perfected reality. Mahamate, imagined reality arises from appearances. And how does imagined reality rise from appearances? Mahamate, as the objects and forms of dependent reality appear, attachment results in two kinds of imagined reality. These are what the Tathagatas, the Arhats, the fully enlightened ones describe as attachment to appearance and attachment to name. Attachment to appearance involves attachment to external and internal entities, while attachment to name involves attachment to the individual and shared characteristics of these external and internal entities. These are the two kinds of imagined reality. What serves as the ground and objective support from which they arise is dependent reality. And what is perfected reality? This is the mode that is free from name or appearance, or from projection. It is attained by Buddha knowledge and is the realm where the personal realization of Buddha knowledge takes place. This is perfected reality and the heart of the Tathagata Garbha. The Buddha then repeated the meaning of this in verse.
Name and appearance and projection. These characterize two modes of reality. Correct knowledge and suchness. These characterize the perfected mode.
Mahamate, this is what is known as the teaching of how to view what characterizes the five dharmas and the modes of reality. This is the realm where the personal realization of Buddha knowledge takes place, and which you and other bodhisattvas should cultivate. Section 24. Furthermore, Mahamate, bodhisattvas should become adept at examining the two kinds of phenomena that have no self. And what are the two kinds of phenomena that have no self? Neither beings nor dharmas have a self. And what does it mean that beings have no self? The assemblage of the skandhas, the dhatus, or the ayatanas arises from ignorance, karma, and desire, and includes neither a self nor anything that belongs to a self. As the grasping and attachment of such senses as the eye to form give rise to consciousness, bodies, houses, and the world of objects that are perceptions of one's own mind are fabricated and manifested from one's own projections. They change and disappear every moment, like a river, or a seed, or a candle, or the wind, or a cloud. restless like a monkey, attracted to impurities like a fly, and insatiable like a wind-blown fire, they move like a water wheel through life after life and bodily form after bodily form, impelled by habit energy without beginning, like figures produced by some sort of magic trick or spell or mechanical device. To be skilled in the knowledge of such appearances means to know that beings have no self. And what does it mean to know that dharmas have no self? It means to be aware that the self-existence of the skandhas, dhatus, and ayatanas is imaginary, that the skandhas, dhatus, and ayatanas are devoid of a self or anything that belongs to a self, that the skandhas, dhatus, and ayatanas are assemblages tied to desire and karma, and that they arise from the interplay of conditions but are not themselves passive, and that all dharmas are like this. Through the power of imagination, fools give rise to erroneous projections devoid of individual or shared characteristics, but not the wise, because they transcend the mind, the will and consciousness, the five dharmas and the modes of reality. Mahamate, bodhisattvas should become adept at seeing no self in anything at all. Bodhisattvas who become adept at seeing no self in dharmas soon gain an insight into the freedom from projections that characterizes the initial bodhisattva stage, and they delight in examining the characteristics of such awareness. As they continue their steady advance, they go beyond the ninth stage to the Dharma cloud stage, where they create huge lotus flowers decorated with countless jewels and resembling jeweled thrones on which they sit and practice in this realm of illusory existence, and where they are joined by bodhisattvas of similar attainment and their retinues. From every Buddha land, Tathagatas come and anoint their foreheads, just as a Chakravartin anoints the forehead of the crown prince. Having gone past the bodhisattva stage, they attain the personal realization of the realm of Buddha knowledge. And because they see no self in any dharma, they acquire the incomparable dharma body of a Tathagata. This is what no self in dharmas means. You and the other bodhisattvas should cultivate this.